So for Samantha's full, just what you need to know. Okay, I want to go into one of my all-time favorite decks, and it is the Dark Mansion. You guys have seen me go here before. We're going to go in there right now. This is the one that I'm feeling called towards, and I love this deck. Love, love, love it. Okay, let's see what's going on for you for a full. Let's flip this down. Flip this down so you can see what's going on. What does Samantha need to know? Thinks I wanted to cancel. It doesn't. Okay, there we go. All right. What does Samantha need to know? I'm getting the image of a field that is littered and full and overgrown with dandelions right now. That's very wild. It's encouraging more joy, encouraging more playtime, encouraging a lighter heart for sure, a little bit of more sunshine. It's also encouraging a very proactive stance. There's this need for you to be very proactive towards your own joy. So yeah, I'm getting, forgive the frankness, sometimes you get a little bit of blunt with me, but that's what's coming through. It's like, get off your butt and go after your happy. If you have to go in through the field to do it, then do it. Go through the field. It's time for you to get off your butt, go after your happy. That's what I'm getting. Now let's see what the cards are saying. There's something, that one goes with that deck. There's something that is been an avoidance that you know you've outgrown. You know you just stop that. I really am. It's not so much as a reprimand as a gentle nudge that's trying to come through. All right. Let's see what we got. Yeah, it's like you're arguing with yourself and you're not ready to change something, but it needs to happen. Now let's go back down to these cards. Okay, what we're seeing here is the King of Cups in the position of you. So being detached from the emotions, writing them out, and moving towards something else. This is being sensible while also honoring your emotions coming through here. Now here, we've got the Ten of Pentacles. There's a breakthrough here. This one people see as legacy, inheritance, wealth, all of that. But what is often not understood is when you have generational things going forward, there is breakthroughs that come through on this. And this is the challenge. When you break through whatever, it's a generational curse, generational healing, or just a generational myth and mythology, then there's something that is huge reward coming towards you. Here we have the Five of Wands and the Four of Wands. This is the subconscious, this is the conscious. Consciously, you're at a battle with yourself, and subconsciously, it's like time to really be celebrating, doing something, moving through a threshold. This one is you arguing yourself out of something, talking yourself out of something, or compare, compete. This does you no good. And it's like how you, it's how you waste time, how you avoid. You talk yourself out of things, compete and doubt, and let things creep in that don't need to be there. Now, in the position of you now, death and transformation, I love this. This is the one where the caterpillar finally is butterfly and it's time to fly. It's like you cannot just keep doing this over and over and over. Even you yourself are getting bored with this. You're moving forward in a way that's huge. Now, here in the energy around you, you have the Magician. I love this one. This one knows how to manifest, knows how to bring things forward. It's like you know what you need to do. Like, okay, I don't know why we're getting this, but we're getting this. Say we're putting off doing spring cleaning for whatever reason. We don't have a really good reason. We just don't want to do it. We don't want to do it. We don't want to do it. Does it really do us any good? That putting off something is carrying something we don't need to carry a little bit too long. And it feels like it is time to get off the butt and do that. Now, whether it's spring cleaning or something else doesn't matter. What matters is that for you, this is a needed thing to do. There's an action to be taken. Again, getting out into the field of the dandelions. It's like you have to get out of what is the rut, out of the routine, out of the normal daily grind in order to expand. And there's a little bit of a resistance, a little bit of an unwillingness to do this. Okay, flipping back down so you can see again. Okay, here we are on the Empress card. This is the one that's the mother, that's receptive, the very card of fertility. 11-11 right now, guys, just so you know. But this is huge, huge. In the recent past, you've been super receptive, and it feels like, yeah, it feels like this mother button has been pushed, 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 pushed. Like you've been taking care of the whole world in avoidance to what you need to do to take care of yourself. Very much is what it feels like. The Five of Cups. Now, this one is coming through. This is a card of sorrow, but it's coming through with this feeling of martyr going on. Really interesting. So who have you been taking care of? What have you been doing? What's the story you've been telling yourself that you've had to do this or you're obligated to do that? And you're doing it and doing it because that's most important. That's most important. And you've been running a con on yourself in some regard in this. I don't know what this is about, but it comes up like you're saying, well, this is more of a priority. I need to do this. I need to do this. Almost as if obligation or guilt is pushing you into doing something, taking care of everybody and their damn dog before you take care of yourself. And you need to take care of yourself. You need to do the thing that is right for you specifically, not what you feel like your job is to do. This is a huge difference. Now, independence in the garden. You've been pulled back, retreated, and hiding. This one is really interesting. This one comes out with a hiding energy. It's not just a hermiting energy, and it's not just a staying back and observing, but a little bit of hiding. There is a huge amount of avoidance going on in this. This one is so detached, and this one is hiding. There's something, it's like you know the next step here, the 9 to the 10, is something that will call you to look at your own shadow. This is a little bit more of the get responsible, get accountable, doing what needs to be done. And you can't outrun yourself any longer. 7 of Cups, what are you going to choose to do next? The choice is yours. You know that you can procrastinate and put it off and put it off and put it off. But if you're window shopping, you don't ever get what it is by standing outside the glass. You know you have to go into the store to get the goodies if you want to have the goodies and have yourself go forward with them. Let's see what else is coming in on this. Okay. Ooh, that's a really good shot going down there. That's a good shot of those cards. Okay. I want to see what's going on for your choices. In fact, I want to move this whole thing up so you can see. I want the choices. I want the 3 choices, these 3 choices coming through. There's 3 choices that are coming up for you, 3 things you need to look at and examine and make a choice about. One more shuffle on these. One. Wow. 2. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay. We're going to let these come through. This is the 3rd choice. Boom. Okay. All right. First is understanding what's going to bring you the happy. Understanding what makes you the happy ever after, what makes you happy on the home front. Allowing yourself to have joy in your environment that you're around and create a more fulfilling environment to be in for yourself. Leave what doesn't serve you as the second part of that choice. So identify what it is that's going to make you happy. Leave what is not serving you. Let it go. Spend less time with it. Don't engage in it. Just distance yourself. Detach from what doesn't serve. And then 3rd, now this is the big assignment here. Holy balls, yeah. We've got the 9 of Wands, the 9 of Swords here, and the Judgment. So this is what you're really comparing. Do you have it where you're just going to worry about monsters under the bed, let your anxiety get the better of you and keep procrastinating? Or do you have it in you to stand again and protect what it is you want? You do have this defender in you. The defender word is coming through quite strongly, and Judgment. Are you brave enough to stand up for yourself, for what you need, for what you want? The defender is coming in, and it is like almost like superhero type of energy where you want to come in and defend for yourself, and it is time for you to step up and do it. To thine own self be true is coming through very, very strongly on this. This is huge for you. This is the time where you need to be on point, on the ball. And it's not just that the butterfly can't hang out with the caterpillars anymore. The butterfly is meant to fly. It's what you're designed to do. It is time. Quit. I'm going to say it. Quit dicking around. Quit goofing around. Quit blah, 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 diddly pooping. It is time to quit this procrastination game. You know what it is that will bring you happiness. You know how to create your own joy. It's not in somebody else's hand to do. And you know what you need to walk away from. Cut the bullshit. Put on the big girl panties. Get out there and get it handled. That's complete. Wow. That is big, 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 big. Yes, yes. That defender is coming through so strong. It's like you have all of those things. I'm going to show you that card again. You have all those things set up about your house, defending your house, things that are boundaries that are important for you. Reassess what it is that those boundaries are and stand for them, firmly for them, for yourself. Stand as strongly for yourself as you would for anyone else. Damn it. You are way, way, way worth it, more than enough, and you need to remember it. All right. I'll quit yelling and fussing. That's what I got. There's just no bones about that one. That's what came through. I'm going to get some water. Holy smokes. Yeah. That was great. Hey there, Blessedly. Good to see you. Good to see you. You're welcome, Blue Jay. My goodness. Yes. The accountability and the shift of energy in the accountability is big. It's not just you that is going through this. There are many that are going through this where it's like spring has come and finally we're getting out. Spring has come and finally it's enough of hunkering down. You've had it with the hunkering down. The action to be taken is here. Yeah. That's big, big, big. Okay. And a little less cough drops from me today. My voice is a little stronger, as you can tell. Preach a little louder. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Oh, this ponytail. See if I can get this clipped back here. I don't think it's going to stay very well, but that's okay. Hey, 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 Crystal. Good to see you. So, okay, I'm going to see what else we have going on and what's coming in next. Yeah, if you've got a question, I did the micros already. The paid list is now open. This is what it looks like. This is what you just saw happen. That was a full read. It's usually 15 to 20 cards, and that was a solid 15 with a big, big push and a lot coming through. Now, often I'll go over that. It depends what's going on, but you just go where the message goes. The visuals that come through, any metaphors that come through, anything like that comes through, you're going to get it just straight off the jump. Oh, that's Brandy. It's been a long time since I got those confused. That's right. That's right. Hi, Brandy. Sorry about that. Ugh. This is why I also use you guys as handles instead of names all the time, because sometimes I get two interchanged, and sometimes I'll just call the handle. It's just easier. It's just easier. So that's what we got going on. I do love to get nosy. I love getting nosy in the cards. And as you can see, lots going on. Lots going on with those. So yeah. Sorry about that, Brandy. I know better. I know better. So when I see Enchanted Designs or Enchanted Dreams, I think that's Crystal, and Enchanted Sage is Brandy. But I have to, like, for some reason, those two I crisscross all the time. And I used to have it down. I used to be better at it, Brandy. Ugh. Okay. So if you guys have a question, or if you want me to go into the collective, we can do that. Whatever it needs to be, we can check it out. In the 22 days of tarot that I'm doing right now, today would be the day of Tower. So yesterday was the Devil's Day. Today is Tower Day. So I've got to go in and do that a little bit later. But you guys know I love, love, love the Tower. So if you see that coming up, some of the things that I like to think about the Tower are thinking of it like a cosmic wrecking ball, a plot twist, the beautiful disaster, the calamity, the oh no, but it turns things upside down. Yeah, we'll do a collective, Kelly, no problem. I think we're going to go into Luna's Angels of Light. I've got the Angels of Light and the Angels of Dark in this deck, and it's a little bit of a trip. We're going to go into the light one right now. Let's see what we got for the collective. I want to do a line of 5. First card out is that 7 of Cups. Guys, we can't keep procrastinating. We need to make some choices. That's a part of the reason that last read came through so strong, is because more than one of us need this little sermon going on. Probably myself included. All right. Let's do 5 cards. Bring them down right here. 5 cards, bringing it down. Wow, okay, all right. If we want to get what it is that is our wish and feel this contentedness from the 9 of Cups, we need to take action. What have we been talking about? This is going towards the inspiration, and this is passionately going, even sometimes needing to rein it in. We might get a million thoughts going through our head and a little bit of smoke and mirrors going on, and all these possibilities. But the thing is, we can't be lost in the possibilities and in the dreaming forever. We need to take action in order to move forward. Go and stand for what it is that you believe in. Go and stand for what it is you want to honor. Go and honor what it is that's true to your heart. 6 of Cups, this nostalgia going on, this place and space where there was more friendship energy, more love energy, happier energy. It doesn't mean it has to be rose-colored glasses. It does mean it needs to honor things in the way that kids do. You know, when kids are on the schoolyard and they're like kindergarten age, they're making friends just because they know to make friends. They want to interact with each other. They want to play with each other, and it's not a huge thing. They know how to read each other. They know how to look out for each other. This is definitely all we needed to learn. We learned in kindergarten. All we needed to know, we learned in kindergarten. This is huge. That's, I think, Robert Fulham's book or something like that. And it's all I really needed to know. I learned in kindergarten. There's a lot of this understanding that we have as children, where we do even exchange, even trades, where we offer friendship, where it's not like we're making things harder for somebody. When a little kindergartner sees somebody get hurt, they either go get help, or if they can't help, they help the person themselves. They don't just stand and make fun. They don't just do nothing. They don't just blame and shame. No, they're inclined to let their heart lead. And this is important for us right now. The moon is here. It feels like there's this time where there's this disruption all around, almost getting us to ignore our intuition. And we know we need to honor the intuition instead. This is what's being called for and being asked for. There isn't as much light as we would like on things. There isn't as much revealed and shown through as we would like. We'd like to know all the answers. We don't have it. Trust the intuition and trust the knowing to go help when you can. The Emperor coming through here. This is who sets up rules, sets up structures. This is who sets boundaries and who rules over life. This is also the Divine Masculine. It's not the Divine Masculine in the bad sense of the word. It's the Divine Masculine that actually helps the Divine Feminine, teams with the Divine Feminine. It's when we think yin yang and there's a little bit of the white and the black and the black and the white, and it's balanced. This is needing to come through. This one needs a little bit of help. Sometimes people get so stuck in their old ways of thought and their old rigid rules that they aren't very receptive, that the Emperor just needs a little bit of help. We need to really, really set up the structure for our own world, what we want to do. Choose what it is from an emotional space that's a good emotional space, and go forward towards what it is that we're wishing to create, what it is that we hope and dream for, what it is we're wishing for. Those simpler, happier times when we're offering friendship a little more easily. That's what I've got. That's complete for the collective for now. That's what I got. Yeah. Remember that six of cups is coming through strong. Offer that up. Offer up the very, very simple, I'm going to trade you my favorite candy bar for your favorite rock. What a great trade. This is working together. This is what we've got. Okay. Kim, can you tell me who's next? Sure. You're welcome. Okay. Jessica for a blind. Okay. Jessica, you got it. Wow. Okay. Oh. Okay. Jessica. We're going to the deep dive oracle cards, and then I think this is like the Oracle of Light. All right, we're going to flip it down for Jessica. These two I wanted to do in conjunction. I felt this before I came on. I felt like I would be using these two. Very interesting. Yeah, this is like, all right. These are the like white lights. They remind me of the white light that has all the frequencies in it from, is it Atlanta Fairchild that did that one? It's really great. The white light sounds and the white light deck as an oracle is great. This is a different oracle that reminds me of that one. It's white light oracle. Wow. Okay, we're stopping there. Give me just a second. I can't read these upside down. Flip these so you can see in a minute. Language of the cosmos, the inner child, the self-acceptance, the heart of the cosmos, confidence and courage. All right, I'm going to show you these one at a time, and then we're going to go into the deep dive. This is something you've learned and a lesson that's being shared with you once again. This is a huge lesson coming forward. These are gorgeous, gorgeous cards. The inner child, something you knew. And I'm getting age 7, 8. I'm not sure what was going on for you at 7, 8, but something 7, 8. 7, 8 is often the age when we figure out maybe what myths might be a little bit not true. Sometimes kids figure out about Santa or the Easter Bunny at that time, but we figure things out a little bit more practically. Very, very interesting. Yet we still believe in things that are a little naive. Excuse me. Let me get a cough drop. Yeah, this is some kind of belief that you had and that you held that needs to go forward. Self-acceptance. We haven't learned to pick on ourselves at 7 or 8. We usually haven't learned that. We are trusting what we think we can do. There's a huge amount of faith that we have at that point. The heart of the cosmos is exercising a little bit more of that faith. Understanding that pureness and the faith space. Again, this is coming through in a big, big way. And then confidence and courage. You're going to be taking something on that's huge, huge, huge. There's a return to self-compassion, a return and a remembrance of honoring and cherishing self that's coming through in a huge, huge way for you. So I'm going to flip these down so you can see them. I'll flip them the other way so you can see them a little bit. And then I'm going to go into that second deck for you. All right. Hopefully, I'll adjust my phone here too so you can see them. All right. There we go. This way. All right. Now let's see what the deep dive is. This might reveal a little bit more of the shadows that you're up against. It's not specifically a shadow deck, but sometimes when we deep dive and do the work, we have to realize why we bought into the BS that we bought into and what's actually the truth of a situation or not. And sometimes we buy into a BS story that's very, very old that was told to us. And sometimes at a younger, tender age, we buy into a story that isn't true. Usually this happens around 10, 11, something that changes between 7 and 8 to 10 and 11, and self-doubt begins to creep in. We start to see how we are, compare how we are. There's things that shift. There's something about this that's important for you to know. This is saying stable depth, true stability is often not immediately visible, but has a profound impact. Quiet power, this is coming through here. There's a knowing. When a kid knows they're good at something, say the kid knows they're good at whistling, for example. They might whistle through the house all day long. They whistle, whistle, whistle just because it makes them happy. There's something about this stable depth, and we're going to go a little deeper. This is blooming mind, something opening up. When your mind is clear and at peace, creativity blossoms effortlessly through inspired thoughts. This is confidence and courage coming through a little bit stronger right here. It's like this wants to link over to this one. These two want to link together. There's something, the words that need to be spoken, and it's taking me again to the language of the cosmos, saying communication. And this is saying deeper insight and guidance. It's almost as if you're speaking something into existence again, breathing life into something again, speaking it into existence again. What is this about? Let's see if we go deeper here. I want to go deeper through the heart of the cosmos right here. So let me just flash these down so you can see. Warm feelings create space for quiet. This is a moment where you need time to reflect, yes. And true essence. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. Do you see these hearts, both of these hearts? This is something that's deep, deep. It's in your heart. It's in your essence to do this. This is something you're wired to do and needed to do for a long time. I've chosen these two decks. I chose them to go together. This is why this pairing needed to come out. This is incredible. It's letting the true heart be there after having some grief. The self-acceptance needs to come in. This is huge, huge, huge for you. Anything else? Yes, one more right here. One more coming through. This is not the time to pick on yourself. This is the time for you to exercise self-love in the hugest way. Dark wisdom. This is saying find strength and clarity in solitude and trust the value of insights you gain. The silent watch. You have been the observer of self in a way that is huge. There's a huge amount of growth coming in for you. What I'm getting is this shadow work that you do where you look at some of these things and the difference in those age ranges that I told you and the beliefs that you would have had. They can be simple. I put it into 3 sentences that you had from like your 8-year-old, 7-year-old self about what you believed about yourself. And then perhaps the shadow sentences that would have come in around age 10 or 11. 3 simple sentences. Look at the difference and find out what is the truth. When did you stop believing a certain thing about yourself or start believing a certain thing that made self-doubt creep in? Look at this. It's important. The heart wants to release some of this and do it right away. This is significant. It's allowing the flow to move again and allowing what might be a blockage to get out of the way. It's something that's deep to the heart. If writing these sentences isn't bringing up a little bit of emotion, almost to the point of tears, then you're not going deep enough. You're bypassing. You don't need a bypass. You need to get to the heart of the matter. That's complete. That's gorgeous. That's absolutely a stunner. I love that. I didn't expect that they would come through that good, but they did great together. That's an excellent pairing and quite beautiful. Don't play it safe, just is what the Blessed Lee's saying. Yeah, don't do the spiritual bypass on yourself. You know when you need to do the work. You know what it is that needs to come through. And if something has been a blockage, you need to burst through that and reclaim what that 7 or 8-year-old knew before. All right. That's what I've got there. That feels very, very complete. And I don't want to overexpose, but I think you've been told. So, okay. Krista Bones. Ooh, yes. Hot damn. Let's do it. Okay. All right. Hang on one sec. Oh, where did I put that thing? I have a new mat, but I don't know if I want to use it. You guys know I like to use Jillian's True Heart Tarot mat. This one is not as good as that. It's not going to do it. Okay. I think I've moved the other one. There it is. I see it. 1 second. It's under my desk. Whoa, guys. Whoa, old lady is flexible today. All right. Let's see what we got going. This is the one I like to use. The other one I got is just like, not so good. This is the one. Let me show it to you if you haven't seen. It's just gorgeous. And it came with the Naked Heart Tarot is her deck. And it's a gorgeous, gorgeous deck. And this is some of the imagery from there. Let me show you one more time. It's just gorgeous. All right. And I think we're going to actually pull that deck out and use with this. So 1 second. All right. I think I've got enough space. All right. Now this is the decks that I like to use for the bones readings. But this is the deck with her stuff in it. And I want hers today. So that's what I'm wanting. And then if we want others, we'll go in for others in a minute. Let's see what we got. The bones need to come out in a minute too. All right. I'm flipping this down for the bones reading for Krista. I'm getting an image of something buried in a cave. We sometimes talk about treasures and going after buried treasure. We think of pirates' maps and going after treasures. This is feeling like a gifted secret, a gifted knowledge that's buried in a cave, buried in the heart, buried deep, deep. This is what I'm getting. And I'm getting the image of a cave, a desert cave. That's very interesting. It's not just like it's not a cave by the sea or by the ocean. It feels like a high up desert cave. That's what I'm getting. All right, we're going to take a look. I have the line of 5 here. I want bones above and bones below. So that's what we're going to set it up as. Hopefully the iPad will capture this well enough. And I'm going to flip this right here. Okay. Our line of 5. And I don't know if we'll get the blackened bones or if we're going to get the lighter bones. And I don't think we'll need them all. Above. Wow. And below. Wow. Okay. All right. What we're seeing right off the jump here is an X and an X. So I don't know if you can see that right there. We've got these ones making the X over the top of these. When we have the X, there's sometimes points of contention, and there's sometimes when the X is like straight across, or when this one is having the 2 to tango come through. There's something that needs to end. This is something where you've stepped in something you need to let go. There's also a little bit of compromising needed to come in. This is very, very earthbound. This is also to do with safety and security. Letting go of something that makes you feel like security is all tied up in a certain thing isn't how it actually is. Something has made this unclear at this particular time. In the recent past, this is what's going on. Feels like work, 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 push, push, push. That's what's coming through. And this one is feeling like do more, do more, do more, do more coming through. This is coming through at Knight of Wands, 3 of Coins. But this is coming through like push, push, push. Like almost like this one wants to overburden this into an 8 of Wands when it doesn't need to be done. The worrying about security isn't the same as preparing in a way that is prudent or wise. There's a difference. The worry about security is something that you feel, it feels like you came in the, it feels like in this cave you would have known something that's quite a bit of hardship. This could be generations back that is residue of the generations, and this could be past life. Either way, it feels like residue of big financial struggle to the point of like really, really not having enough to eat, really, really not having enough provisions to care for what needs to be cared for. And it feels like some of that is echoing and lingering. Some of this, if you go back, you might find this, and it's time to release that. Let it go, compromise, let it go, trust a little deeper, allow things to move in a different kind of way, allow the flow to be deeper there. It feels like also that I'm just going to flip it up. I'm getting the image of, you've got this desert cave up here, and you look down and there's something where somebody has built a dam, and the season was still dry, so not enough resource, not enough water, not enough fish, not enough whatever in there. And they built the dam, but they didn't pay attention to the other signs where rivers or streams might be flowing through. Yeah, they misread the signs. They misread nature to some degree, and got so in this space of fear that they weren't easy to get down to the stream that was actually flowing. And like when they dammed up and held back, they held back from themselves rather than allowing the river to flow, and where streams would have met up and aligned, brought more fish through. Don't know what that's about, but this is what's coming through. If the flow would have been allowed to move through, if the fear would have been released, the flow would have been stronger. They would have done things a little differently. The trust needed to be there. The trust that the universe had them. Okay, flipping down again. Don't know what that's all about, but I'm not getting in the way of that. Not at all. Standing strong, something to the lone tree, going to the tree. Now the Eight of Cups is here. This is interesting down here. You see this bear needing to walk away. If the bear is representative of whoever is fishing the salmon, the bear needed to fish the other stream. If the bear went to the easy water, the ones that I just talked about being dammed up, there wouldn't have been enough flow in that stream for salmon to move through. There wouldn't have been enough flow in that stream for the fish to move through to feed the bear. They're very, very interesting. Here we have the lone tree. There's something about that that's coming through. There's something about a tree marking a place and a space. This is something I'd go into the dream space and look for that lone tree that's somewhere near what looks like a creek that may have dried out, that moves through a little bit differently, that flows once again. I don't know what that's about, but it feels like that would be something that would be imagery in your dream space that you could be very aware of, that would help you move forward. There's a little bit of creativity, a little bit of fire coming through now. A desire to move forward and leave. The bear leaves the empty stream behind and goes in search and seeking where there actually is. Sharpening your senses, creating a space where you sharpen your senses a little bit more is coming through. Hugely coming through. So here we've got this. He's going to something else. What we're seeing here is an unlikely friend coming through. We've got the wolf coming through, and these are coming through in very, very animal ways. And then here we've got literally the lone tree that is the Seven of Pentacles, that has all the rewards and the deep-rootedness coming through. I want to be focused on here and see how this connection goes. This is an unlikely pairing of opposites of friends. Yeah. Disney did a movie called Fox and Hound, and this is like bear and wolf. These two don't generally roam together because they're pretty strong in their own right. They don't generally rely on each other. These ones did. These are being shown as representatives, and these are as totems of something, but bear and wolf travel together for a season as friends, very, very distinct, looking out for each other, not in a way that would threaten each other, actually, in a very, very good way, letting the end of the hard winter be done, moving forward towards something that's fresher, moving towards something that is actually a little bit better. It is almost like, when you see Fox and Hound or dogs and cats that are friends, this is the unlikely alliance, unlikely friends that are very, very different from each other. It would be like you and somebody clear across the globe being friends, having totally different background, but on the same page almost instantly. Yeah, going through. The urgency for survival and the fear is reduced moving forward. Higher imaginations, higher inspirations, higher and spiritual, higher thoughts are coming through now. The roots expand over here. I want to see what else is going on. This is the lesson for you in the now. This has been the lesson before. It's lesson in the now for you. The place of fear needs to be made to a place of preparation. The Three of Coins needs to be made to the Three of Coins again, and not the Eight. It's not about work, do. It's about work together. Work together, bring it through. All right, what else we got here coming through? What's going on with the Seven of Pentacles? It's working smarter. It's collaborative, teamwork, unifying things, bringing things together in a huge way. The King of Wands. So the Knight has become the King. We got Fox here, aka Wolf here. This is something where you've grown. This is something where you understand, and now you're leading forward in a different kind of way. Leading forward, leading out, following spirit, leading out. This is huge. This is not the first time you've had this lesson. Probably won't be the last time you have this lesson. It's clever and crafty about how you readjust things in the work that you actually do, where it doesn't feel like a labor. It feels closer to a labor of spirit than a labor of love, but nevertheless, it doesn't feel like it's punching the clock day in, day out, monotonous, driving you crazy. No, it feels very, very different from that. Very, very different. What else do we got with the Seven of Pentacles? It is like the tree finally is sprouting leaves. Finally, finally, finally. Okay. This is a 2-year something coming through on the 2 here, on the 2 here. What's coming through on the 2 here? I'm getting something about the 2 years. There's been a little bit of the juggle, Now you're into the place where things are sprouting, growing, and things that are growing in the 2 year. There's a 2-year season or cycle, a 2-year season or cycle that's important for you. So this is huge. I don't know what this is about, but this is a 2-year thing. I don't know when this started or what point you are at in this process. So the 2-year time frame is right here. 4 of Swords comes through. Ace of Cups comes through. Let me show you these. When there's times to retreat, there's times to retreat to know what is the sharp truth that you need to know. Huge, huge, huge. Reclaim, restore, renew, recharge. Don't forget to recharge. Don't push so hard that you can't recharge. And then reclaiming, pulling back this offering of love, this huge offering of spirit that wants to come forward, where it's overflowing, overflowing, overflowing abundance. There needs not be more fear on this. What else do we have? Allow yourself, your mind, your space to be empty and enter the void and let spirit come through. Dust off, take away, remove some expectations of a certain thing. Allow yourself to be lost into the moment, present in the present. Yeah, the gift is in being present in the now moment. So whatever you're doing, whether you're doing dishes or gardening or just walking the dog or whatever, when you can do that in a meditative way, it allows you a gift of huge gratitude. It allows you to understand the blessings that have been pulled forward, moving forward, moving forward, moving forward. Allows you to express yourself in a way that's a little bit different and also opens up a little bit of seeing. That's what I've got. That feels complete. Yeah, that's complete. Holy cow. I love that for you. That's absolutely gorgeous. That's what I got for you, honey. Yeah. Some of these lessons that are the shadow lessons that you have from the Blackened Bones, it's just a little bit of older stuff. It's not the end of the world. It's just older. It's reminders. Reminders of something that you already knew. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, this is great for you. This is fantastic. And this is Jillian somebody's The Naked Heart Tarot, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous deck, and I love using it with the bones. I love it. That's a great one to do. That resonates on so many different levels. Good. Good, good, good. Yeah, and look at this. This is what... Look for this lone tree imagery. I don't know what that's about, but the roots are deep. So that's what I got. All right. Oh, let me put this one back in here too. All right. And we'll see what's next. Kim, if you'd let me know what's coming up next, then I will get on it. Holy cow, that's gorgeous. Yeah, the dream space in the tree. I love, love, love trees. If there is some place that you can get to that has trees this year, it's not like every year you can go to the redwoods or go to the sequoias or whatever, but wherever you can go that does have trees or does have this space that you resonate, or if you are looking more to excavate and go into where that cave may be, go to something that is deserty, be it Sedona or be it Moab or be it wherever there is deserty, wherever that is that nature is speaking to you in your dreams. If you can get a taste of that in your reality, you'll find some spiritual truth and revelation for you there. Yeah. Yeah, be aware of those. Those are important for you, okay? All right. Okay, let me get a little bit of water and we'll see what's going on. Kim is saying the list is clear as far as she knows, so okay, good. I mentioned the desert cave and the Middle East came in huge, like Petra. Yeah, I would not be surprised if you had connections to Petra in the least bit at all. At all. Yeah, that maybe you just need to do a deep dive in history and see what was happening in Petra. Maybe that will help you remember your time there. Very, very interesting. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay. All right. Well, let me put this back and we'll see if there's anything else we need to do just yet. Okay. All right. Oh, I did a past life for you and told you that Petra. Oh, okay. Yeah, once I do you guys' reads and whatnot, I just am, it's gone. It's like moving on, moving on. So if you guys have that where I've told you this before, it doesn't surprise me at all. It's like, oh, okay, good to know, good to know. Excellent. Excellent. All right. What else can we do? I can show you some more of the different cards that I got. I got those ones that are the Solar Kingdom cards. I don't know if you guys have seen these recently, but they have all kinds of things for the astrologers too, if you want first moon, quarter moon, all that kind of thing. But then they have this kind of, it takes me to the 70s. I don't know why. Maybe it's just that strong amounts of yellow color and mustard color going on. But it's just really pretty cheerful, pretty happy. This is a great lover's card and it's not too risque. But it really is a pretty little deck. How's Nell? Let's ask. Nell, what's going on? Just a minute. She's taking a minute. She's not by her rock. She's in the woods. What's going on with Nell? Do we want to get some cards? She's telling me I can if I want. All right. All right. She's showing... we interrupted her game? Gorgeous deck. Thank you. We interrupted her game. Okay, so Nell is doing some sort of game that, the thing that I would compare it to modern time is like if we were playing marbles, but it's just a stick and stones in the center. What's she building? Let me get a deck of cards. We'll see what's going on with Nell. Okay, all right. This is a deck that she frequently likes. I think it's called the Fey Tarot, F-E-Y. So we're going to see what's going on with this. I don't know the name of the game, Kim. The closest thing I can think of is like marbles or jacks, but it's rocks. There's a circle and this is in the dirt. It's like right in the middle of the trail. She's setting up some sort of mischief trap. She calls it a mischief trap. It would be like if a hunter sets a snare, but what are you doing? And she's giggling at it. She's setting up some sort of, like, we talk about divine detours all the time, about when the universe gives us a detour. And it feels like you're on this road and then here's this circle. Like, not quite like what we would see as a pothole, but something that we have to go around. She's setting up something that this is a sacred space. This is a place, a sacred space. The humans have to go around this. Why? She's saying the humans have to go around this, for this is the space that they have to walk. If they don't walk in this certain way, then they end up in a trouble space. If you put the pothole and they aren't paying attention, they land on their bum, and that's really hard for them, but that's what's going to happen. Some of them just don't pay attention. Some of them need to think again. Why are you putting the rocks in there? They're like little pebbles and stones. It's a reminder stone. It's a reminder stone. You get the pebble. You like the pebble. You put it in your shoe. You put it in your pocket. You carry with you. You carry with you. You remind yourself not to fall on your bum again. If you even see it. Some of the humans just whistle by. They walk, 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 and then walk by. She's talking about somehow that she's walking around that. Oh boy, this is because you keep forgetting to leave you a sparkly purple crystal. Nell would like the sparkly purple crystals, yes. Let's see what's going on in the cards. What do you got for us today, Nell? She doesn't want us to be afraid to take the detours or to fall on our bum. Either way. What do we got? Oh my gosh. Look at this card. It's the moon card, but that's not what I want you to see. Do you see what she's doing? Oh my gosh. There's the stick. There's the drawing in the dirt. That's exactly what she's doing. Sometimes we see, sometimes we don't see. It's come on the moon card. Holy cow. All right, what else do you want to show us now? I love when the cards are that good. I mean, that is, look at that. That is amazing. What do you got going on? What do you want? She wants to talk to us about the detours. Remember the detours. Whoa! She's running now. She's running towards where her stream is, where her water is. She's running. She's taking off and like bolting, running. You know when kids just suddenly just turn and... Yeah, that's what she's doing. She's running towards the stream. She's so excited we got this. Now it's time to go play. She wants us to go dive into the river. She's calling it the river. It's not the stream anymore. It's bigger. It's bigger when we take the detour. When we recognize whatever that is in the detour, then you just run. You run. Yeah. Krista, you can't make this shit up at all. Yeah, when it comes out like that, it's like, okay, all right. See what's going on. What's going on? Why does she want us running towards that river? The water's coming in here. Boom, boom, boom. The knowledge is here. Ready to go, ready to go. Firm determination here. Run to the river with the sword of truth. Run, 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 run. This is something about understanding the worth whenever the Queen of Pentacles shows up, but understanding your place. Whenever we see the stream go to river with Nell, she sometimes will shift her age and shift time. And when she runs towards the stream and she's a young girl, it's the stream. But when she's bigger, it's the river. When she's older, it's the river. You're running to your fierce self. You're honoring something in the fierce self when you do this. When you take the detour and realize that it's for your good. All is for your good. The universe is trying to do something good for you. You run towards it instead of being freaked out about it. If you have to land on your bum and pick up a rock to remember, you have to pick up a rock to remember. You have to pick up a stone, pick up a rock to remember. To remember that you're the queen, to remember your worth, to remember your value, to remember the truth. Run towards the river. Run towards what makes you fierce. Yeah. Yeah, and don't forget how to splash. Holy cow. Holy cow. That's what I've got. I'm going to show these cards one more time to you. This is her drawing in the dirt. Being fierce about what it is. Running towards the big waters. If you have to pick up that stone and put it in your pocket to remember, remember. Remember your worth. Run to your fierceness. This is saying don't be afraid of whatever it is. Run towards what makes you fierce and what makes you strong. That's amazing. That's amazing. Anything else? She's pointing to her ankle. It's like she's got it's like she's got bells on her ankle on an anklet. They're jingling, jingling. I used to make jingle socks for my daughter, and it was like you could crochet beads onto little tiny socks for, like, my daughter was maybe 2, but they would make noise when they stepped. And she has her version that's like this bracelet of this that's jingling. Don't forget the playfulness of childhood. That's what's coming through. That's what we got from Nell. Holy cow. Yeah. Achilles? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe remember what your Achilles is. I don't know. Yeah. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's what I got. Yeah. The ankle that has the jingling bells. There's something about that sense of play that is important for us to remember. Whenever Nell is around, there's always a sense of play with her. Shall we see what Mo has to say? Yeah, we should. Mo wants to go to the Dark Luna thing, so we're going to go and see what Mo has to say. Now, the Angel of Light, this is the Angel of Dark, same deck. They do, like, it's like a twin deck. Let me show you. I don't always save the boxes, but this is Luna's Angel of Light and Angel of Dark. We saw the Light Angel earlier. This is the Angel of Dark. So Mo is right here. This is the deck she said to go to, and we're going to look for what might be the shadow lesson that we need to pay attention to. And she's saying, I'm not the only one that likes caves, because usually she's got all these cubbies, and it's kind of the more like a cave thing. She's also laughing at Gogs and mentioning how times when we go into the cave, we're going for treasure, we're going for lessons. Yeah. Yeah, caves come in all kinds of forms. Very interesting. All right, what's the shadow lesson you want us to pay attention to, Mo? Force. This is strength. Now, this used to be called force and fortitude, and that was justice and strength. And in the decks, they'll switch them up between the number 8 and the number 11. And it's about balance. It's very, very important. Super important. This is about following the nudge, but not forcing a thing into being. Allowing things to unfold. Okay, and you know that Mo likes the clothespins, and she's showing me is if somebody has a wet sheet on the laundry line and 15 clothespins scrunching it all together on the line, and it just falls. So force. It's too much to try and put too much weight on a thing, and even if you pin it with several pins, if you try and force a thing into being, it's not going to be there. There's a different way to do, a smarter way to do. Let things stretch out. Yeah, the line is, she's giving me the line as a reference to time, a reference to letting things stretch out. If you try to cram too much through, for some people, it would create collapse. But if you allow things to be spread out, stretched out, it allows more air, more wisdom, more knowledge, airflow to move through to help bring things out into their proper state of being, so they aren't weighed down by overly emotional things that create darkness. This is something where you need to stretch things out. Go easy a little bit. Let knowledge come through in epiphanies, in ahas. Yeah, ahas. She's got ahas. Yeah, that's what she's getting. Anything else? She's saying take one more. The King of Pentacles. Being very, very prepared for your own self. Being very, very aware of your own gifts. Stacking things up that you have. Being aware what you have. And being very, very prepared for your own gifts. She's bringing the King, but she's also bringing this Knight. This preparation. So, yeah. Take it easy, but also be prepared. Some people may want to put a little extra tuna in the cabinet, whatever it is. Stocking up a little bit. Take stock, take inventory, not of your talents, but of your resources, of what you have. And follow the nudge as you get it. So say you get the inclination to buy an extra this or an extra that. You might want to do it. Pay attention to that gentle nudge. You don't have to force something, but you do need to take stock and inventory of what you have and be prepared to be supportive of what you need. Okay, that's what I got from Mo. All right. Gogs is like this. He's taking a pass today. He's working. He's working with someone else today. Very interesting. Yeah, Gogs is working with somebody else today. He's taking a pass. It's like we got it. We got it covered. We got it. We got it covered. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. You are welcome. Yeah, if we've got any other readings, great. If not, the list is clear, and I'll probably take a break. And then I'm hoping, and it seems like Phil is up for being on Friday at some point. So that could be very, very fun. So unless there's any other readings that I've missed, then I'll probably take a break for now. So let me know, Kim, if there's anyone on the list, great. If it's clear, then we're just going to call it good and get on with things how we need to get on with things. So let me know. It feels like we're good. It feels like we're set and we're good. Don't know what that's about. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to let you guys go for now. Go take on the day. Go have a little bit of fun. Take it easy. Go lightly. And I guess I will see you next time, which will hopefully be Friday. Last call now. Last call now. Okay. All right. Then that's over and out, guys. Much love.